Good evening to one and all. I want to welcome all of you to our very first annual Cooking with a Disability presentation. My name is Brandon Heinrich. I am one of the co-coordinators for the Downstate New York Adapt Accessibility Working Group and Transportation Working Group. I'm also now unofficially the assistant co-chair of the Media Working Group for Downstate New York Adapt. It's a true pleasure to welcome all of you to the Downstate New York Adapt and Southern Minnesota Adapt Cooking with a Disability presentation. Just a brief visual description of myself for those who do visual description. White male, black hair, blue eyes, sitting at a desk with a computer next to me and in front of me. And it's a pleasure to be with all of you this evening. Have you ever wondered what it's like to cook with a disability? Do you know someone who is blind, who uses a wheelchair, who is autistic, who has different disabilities, who are maybe not able to cook in your eyes, but, no pun intended, but they can? You're going to learn tonight just how they do it and how this is accomplished, and you're actually going to watch it live for those of you that can. And for those of you that cannot, we will do our best to provide as detailed description as possible. Just a little bit of housekeeping before we begin. For those of you all of you, we're going to be holding all questions until the end of the workshop so that we can give everybody a chance to speak. If you would like to raise your hand to ask a question, for those of you on the computer, if you're a Windows user in JAWS, it's Alt-Y to unmute. Alt-Y to raise your hand, I should say, and to lower your hand. Alt-A will mute and unmute. If you're on the phone, *6 will raise and lower your hand. *9 will mute and unmute.
Join the meeting.
So it's a pleasure to, and if you're on the phone, you go to React, the iPhone, you go to React and raise your hand through that setting. So it's a pleasure to have all of you here. We're going to introduce our very first presenter. Chris Murphy is blind. He lives in Minnesota, and he is going to do a different type of cooking, crock-pot cooking, but he's going to show how he prepares and cooks things in a crock-pot, but obviously there comes preparedness for that. And getting things ready. I just want to, before we do that, I do want to acknowledge one of our people that was supposed to be here tonight, Marilyn Tucci. Unfortunately, at the very last minute, fell ill and wasn't able to join us, so we do want to give her a shout-out tonight and wish she would be here. She was going to make a delicious quiche for us, and unfortunately, now I won't get to have that quiche on Tuesday. So thank you very much, and hopefully you will get better very soon. Chris, take it away, please.
Well, good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here with all of you. As Brandon said, my name is Chris. I am the chapter organizer lead for Southern Minnesota Adapt, but I also assist with the Downstate New York Adapt Accessibility Group as well. The person that's assisting me doing a little bit of the camera work is Marcus, and he's just making sure that everything is going to run successfully so that you all can see what's going on here and all of that stuff. So just a bit of a visual description of what I look like. I am a totally blind, half Native American male, standing in my kitchen and about to show you all what we're going to do. But as was mentioned, I am totally blind, and you might be asking, how do we cook and do things? One of the things that you should know is that there are different techniques that we can use. We can use the oven if properly taught to do so, or the crock pot or the microwave, and there are other adaptive pieces of technology that we can use. I am going to be using the crock pot today to make a ham in the crock pot, because you can cook just about anything in a crock pot. This crock pot, though, is not new enough where it doesn't have all of those thrills of being able to use your smart speaker or your phone to set it. This only has a dial, and we'll get into that in just a little bit. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take this meat out of the refrigerator. It was pretty frozen, so I had to modify it just a little bit. So I'm taking this out of the fridge now. Keep in mind when you're using a crock pot, They do take, on certain settings, anywhere between 4 to 6 hours to complete. And because this is quite a large portion here, I'm probably going to put it on high just because I want to eat it fairly soon, and it's almost dinner time. But the crock pot is turned off right now. You can turn it on if you want to get it started to warm up, and I'm not going to do that yet. I probably will turn it on here in just a few minutes or so once I'm done actually preparing things. But one of the first things I'm going to do to keep this stuff moist is I'm going to actually grab a cup and put a little bit of water in the bottom of this just to make sure that the meat is moist, because if we don't do that, it's going to dry out. And I want all of you to know too that this is the first time I've done this specific thing with a crock pot. I have never made this before in the crock pot at all, so this is going to be a new adventure for me as well. I've done chili, I've done pork chops and chicken, but I figured that I would take a bit of a different approach as to how to do this. So I'm going to just pour a little bit in there. I may add more as time goes on, but we'll see what happens. So right now, if everything goes well, this should hopefully not dry completely out, but we will see. If anyone's interested in knowing about the after effects of what happens with this, definitely let me know. But we'll have to see what happens, because like I said, this is a new adventure for me. I've never done this before, and I'm going to be very interested to see how it works out. So now that we've got the water in here, we actually have to put the meat in the crock pot. So I'm going to do that right now. Like I said before, this was very frozen to the point where it was basically a hard block up until a little while ago, so I actually had to break it up a little bit. The good thing though is that there is no bones in this ham, so that's one less obstacle we have to deal with, is there are no bones. So that's at least a plus. I don't have to worry about that, but I am in the process of putting this in here. Unfortunately, this is going to be full enough to the point where I can't make anything else with it, although I may do a side probably tomorrow. But if you wanted to put something else in here, you could do that. This is a smaller crock pot, so it doesn't fit very much at all. So you really have to be careful with this one to not completely overfill it, and I'm trying not to do that right now. So let me just continue. One thing I am going to do, because now it's full completely, is I am going to add just a little more water to this, just to make sure that it doesn't dry out completely. Because if I don't, then it's going to completely dry out. So let me just put a little bit on here again, just to make sure that this doesn't dry out and turn into a complete mess as we go through doing this. But one of the things to also be aware of too is that when you're doing stuff like this in a crock pot, it's important to make sure that you monitor the temperature of certain things that you're making. If you're making something like a chili or something like that, you really don't have to worry about it. But because we are actually doing something like a ham, we're going to have to pay a little bit of attention to that. This is actually pre-cooked as well, so I don't really have to worry about it as much as I would if it was not, which actually saves me a little bit of work, because I don't really have to worry about that. The final step of this is going to be making sure that we're all set up for being able to get this going. And like I said earlier, this crock pot is older. It's about 11 years old now, and it does not have all of the ability that it can to use a smart speaker or a phone or be able to adjust the temperature automatically. This is old enough where you actually only have a dial that you can use to change any of the settings. So we're going to actually get this ready to get started here after I find the lid, which is over here. I'm going to put the lid on top now and start this in just a few minutes or so. But one of the things that I need to make sure that I'm paying close attention to is what setting this is on. And I always have problems with this crock pot because of the dial, but I'm going to actually put this on high now, probably for 3 hours, give or take. And the advantage of doing this in a slow cooker like this is you can turn it on and basically forget about it. But it's going to take a little while to warm up because I didn't actually start it while I was preparing things. You can do that if you want to. You can actually turn it on and get it warm in the process, but I'm not going to actually do that. I'm going to start this right now. So with Marcus's help, because I can't remember what the settings are.
Off, low, high.
So it's on high right now. So eventually it's going to start getting warm. And I would say probably within the next 3 hours, give or take, because it's on a higher setting, it should be done, hopefully fairly soon. And like I said, this is the first time I've ever done this. As I said earlier too, the advantage of doing this way is that I don't have to worry about using the oven, although I can. I did get some training as I got older and went through adulthood that allowed me to use the oven. I want you to know that just because we can't see, just because I can't see and I have a disability, doesn't mean that I can't cook. I may have to do things differently like I'm doing it right now, but it doesn't mean that I'm not capable of doing something. And we all have our own different ways of doing something like this. So this crock pot is now on. It's going to remain on probably for the next 3 hours, give or take, until this is actually finished, and hopefully at some point I will be able to eat it and enjoy it, and I may make later on maybe some potatoes or something like that. You could theoretically add those to the crock pot as well, but it's full enough right now where I can't do that. The only thing I'm going to have to do towards the end is put something on it to glaze it a little bit if I want to do that, which won't be able to be done for quite some time. So that's a bit of an overview of how to crock pot cook. You can cook many different things in the crock pot. You can do chicken, you can do pork chops, and pretty much anything else. But just look up those recipes. They have books of them, and it's actually fairly simple to do that. Some of them require more prep than others, and some of them are fairly simple. But like I said, you can turn it on for as long as the recipe calls for, set it, and leave it alone. And if you have one of the newer ones, you may actually be able to regulate the temperature a little bit. But I like this one because it's old enough where it's accessible. So I will say that I hope all of you enjoyed this brief presentation of crockpot cooking, and I hope this turns out well. Like I said, this is a new adventure for me, so I really don't know what this is going to turn out like, and I can only hope for the best. So thank you, everybody, and I hope you enjoy the remainder of this presentation.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. And again, Chris will be with us throughout the rest of the event. If anybody has questions at the end, he's going to leave us just temporarily to switch over to a different device, and he'll be back with us at some point. Now I'd like to turn it over to Michael Jordan. And folks, before you ask why is the ball player joining us, folks, he's not the ball player. But Michael is an excellent cook. Michael does cooking for a hobby. Michael does cooking just to cook and impress people and have fun doing it. And I have always wanted to try some of his cooking because I have seen videos of his cooking. I've never seen them, but I've heard them. And it sounds like he has a lot of fun when he cooks. So we're going to allow Michael to cook, and it sounds like he's got something really good to cook tonight. So if he stuck to his gut and is cooking what he said he was cooking, it's going to be good. So Michael, take it away, and the floor is yours.
Hey guys. Good evening. My name is Michael Jordan. How you guys doing tonight? I hope you guys are doing fine. I decided right now I was going to do a crock pot shrimp scampi. But Mr. Murphy took my fire, so I'm going to do it on top of the stove. Like, I am totally blind. And some of the skills I got is because I wasn't always blind. So I was able to learn how to cook on a stove. Reason why? Because I was very, very, very safe conscious when I had my sight. And I must say, my ex taught me how to cook by timing food. I never timed food. But the teacher had to cook. I had a teacher because she was, how long does this cook? So that's why I got times. So right now I'm going to jump into a nice, quick shrimp scampi. And the shrimp scampi will start off with, we're going to use a quarter cup of virgin olive oil. I'm going to pour it in a pan, which I have on already. I'm going to do two styles. Right here. I got my pot. It's on. It's ready to go. I'm going to take like a quarter cup of olive oil. See, I don't even measure, but I know a quarter cup. Yeah, that's a quarter cup. I can tell. I hear it. It's a virgin. It's a Madonna style olive oil. Like a virgin, touched by the very first time. Anyway, I'm going to add that. I'm going to use a nice hydrated, what they call these things, garlic. I didn't feel like mincing any garlic to go along with it. What we're going to do, we're going to stir fry and kind of like mince the garlic together. And I want to do a little different with my what's going on. I'm going to add some black olives also to this. And the olive, and when the garlic is going to be like, I'm going to take 2 tablespoons of garlic and put it in the pot that's on the stove. Ooh, you hear the sizzle? Bam! Like emerald. We're going to put another tablespoon of nice garlic. Put that in there. I'm going to take, where's my black olives.
Black or green.
These are green?
Yes.
You got me green?
I don't know why you keep saying black.
Okay, they're not black. They're nice little green olives. I'm blind. I thought they were black. I'm going to cut a few up in there too. Well, I got the temperature on medium right now. I got these nice little green olives, which I'm going to cut in half. I got a little cutting knife. Cut them in there. I like the fresh this inside there. Like I got the thing on medium. I'm going to put it on a little medium low because I don't want it to overcook while I'm in there. But I'm going to take at least 5 green olives. I'm going to cut them in half. And I'm going to add them to the mix of the scampi. Then after the olives, I'm going to add 2.5 tablespoons of nice salted butter in this. And I'm going to mix it up for maybe about 3 to 4 minutes. Then I'm going to take that and I'm going to add a little white wine to the mixture, which right now I have a Pinot Grigio. I'm going to add that in there because it'll burn up and not leave a bitter taste. That's why I use the Pinot or nice Chablis.
Yeah.
Get like this, or get the butter, put that in there, tap that in there with this butter and this nice shrimp scampi I'm making. And I'm not going to use, one thing I'm not going to use pasta because a lot of us diabetics shouldn't eat a lot of carbs. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add some nice snow peas to it. Nice sweet peas to it. And I'm going to mix it all together. Now I'm going to take a nice little spoon here. So I got the butter inside. I'm take one of my nice little spoons that I got in my drawer here, and I'm going to sit there. Upside down. I'm going to start turning. I'm going to mix it a little for about a couple minutes. I said 3 to 4 minutes. I'm going to work on that. Then while I'm doing this, while I'm mixing this all together, I'm thinking what goes in next. And as I'm doing this, as I mix it all together, that and the olive oil, I'm going to add within the 4 minutes, I'm going to take a half a cup Pinot Grigio.
Take that top out.
And add that to the mix. It's a bear. I'm using barefoot right now. Nice barefoot Pinot Grigio. And my friends didn't drink the whole bottle, so there you go. That's half. I'm blind and I know what a half is, right? Half a cup. You got to know how to measure this stuff, guys. One thing I love about cooking, I enjoy the atmosphere while I'm here. I create these things in my mind. I create it to my taste, and I'm gonna add that in. And as I add that in, what goes into next after the butter, I'm gonna take a lemon, fresh lemon. I'm gonna cut it in half. And inside the lemon, I'm gonna take the lemon, because it calls for a little lemon juice. Take that little tartness out. Squeeze a little of that half a lemon in there, a little juice. Don't worry about the seeds, they ain't gonna kill you. And I'm gonna sit there, and I'm gonna add now. I got my pepper, grinder. I'm gonna do about 4 twists of pepper, grind it. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's in there. Not supposed to use salt, but gotta have a little salt. Got a little salt. I got a little salt grinder. Excuse me. I'm gonna grind a little salt here. It's right here. Filming this is my filmer, Michaela. She's filming it for me. Little 3 twists of the salt grinder in there. Then I'm gonna mix this up. And as this is cooking, when I'm stirring this up, make it nice and fresh, and add that in there. Ooh, smell it. Lord, that smells good. As that's cooking, as it's smelling, right when you do this. Now, it's the shrimp scampi. What makes it scampi is the garlic, the traditional, because I got this from my friend Mike Balotelli on the bistro. He uses garlic, a chablis, and olive oil. And that's what he does. And he said, and I tasted the shrimp scampi, and it's oh man, it's got such a great bouquet and a great taste. But I'm trying to let you guys know, it's very simple. The measurements are simple. It's a very quick step. This will be done probably within the 15, 20 minutes of this show when I add the shrimp in. The shrimp says cook it until pink and brown at the edges. Since I can't see it, I'm by here by myself, I actually use Alexa or Google and say, how long does it take to cook the shrimp within the hot contents of the mixture? They said 2 to 3 minutes. On the safe side, I'm going to do 4. Since I have my Alexa, when I add the shrimp in, I'm going to say, Alexa, give me a timer of 3.5 minutes. Why I say 3.5? Because when I put them in and I mix them up, let them chart, I know 3.5 minutes and it goes off 4, I'm ready to pull. Then I'm going to add my peas in with it right when I add the shrimp in. So the peas are just nicely cultivated in with the taste, my nice snow peas, and boom, bang. If you want to cover it, I got one of those packages of rice, which I'm going to stick in the microwave for 90 seconds. That's going to be the base. I'm going to add the shrimp and peas on top, kind of like Paula Dean saying shrimp and grits. No, these are shrimp and beans. But anyway, we're going to have fun. We're going to eat this, and it's going to be an enjoyable taste. Served with a nice cold sugar-free lemonade. So the 3 minutes are up, and now I already pre-seasoned the shrimp. So I'm going to add the shrimp into the mixture like this, one by one. Put it in there. I put them in there, and good. Now, I'm going to open a bag of peas. And how am I doing on time, Brandon?
You're good. You got plenty.
All right. That's a spoon. All right. Grab the room utensil, open the bag.
Want the knife?
Knife. See, even though I'm blind, I know how to cut away from my body so there's no injuries. I sit there. I'm going to add I'm not measuring, but I would put maybe a cup and a half of peas in this mixture like this because I know how many peas I want. Half peas, half peas. And I'm good to go. So you should have the crock pot already on station. If I'm doing the crock pot, I'm going to cook it for about an hour and a half with what you use another thing. One thing about the crock pot mixture, you add a broth to it. You add a cup and a half of broth to the crock pot mix. You're going to use the crock pot, and everything else is still the same. So I add some peas to my crock pot mixture, and I'm good to go. And we're ready to go. I'm going to stir this up in the pan and let it sit for Alexa. Set a timer for 3.5 minutes.
3 minutes and 30 seconds. Starting now.
Thank you, Alexa. Now I mix it all together like this. Turn it on. Turned it up. And myself, I'm going to add a lid to it. When I add the lid to the pot, I think it keeps the residual moisture goes up and comes back down. So the flavor is actually steamed back into the shrimp that's in there. Also adding the flavor. So as we're waiting, I'm going to take a lot of these other things that I have now. I'm cleaning up my kitchen as I go. It's something I learned when I was a McDonald's manager, clean as you go, about 40 years ago. So what I'm trying to tell everybody is cooking is simple, but first and foremost, when you're a blind individual or a person with a disability, safety comes first. Make sure you're in a safe environment. Make sure where you cook is safety. Make sure everything you do, it's about safety. Cautious, but safety. And you still can have fun when you cook because it gets expensive when you want to always buy out and eat out. But it's also good to entertain your friends if you have some and you cook for them. Give them a nice meal and prove that, cooking is friendly too. And one thing about this is you can cook for your friends and invite them in. I mean, since I've been in this apartment, I've cooked for several of my friends and hopefully they didn't lie to me. They enjoyed the food that I cooked. But I've cooked in the past such as I baked chicken. And the first year I was here, I cooked the Thanksgiving dinner for my daughter and my granddaughter. I baked a whole 14-pound turkey. I made all the trimmings and all the sides and all the gravy. And my daughter got here and said, "How can I help you?" I said, "I'm all done, but I'll teach you how to make gravy." But we had fun. So as this is cooking, with that, right now, I know I'm going to put it over rice. I know it's been about 2 minutes. So I know the rice is 90 seconds. So I'm going over my microwave. You notice I already loaded my 90-second bag of rice in there. I know my counter is, if I hit it 1 time, it's 30 seconds. 2 times is 60, and 3 times, let's go. So I go, can't find it today. 2. Oh, man, I can't find it again. Huh?
Go ahead. Push again. No.
And for me, I do 4. Just in case. I'm always a just in case guy. I use 4. I use like 90 minutes for the 90-minute rice. So as the shrimp is being cooked and being done, and even at the halfway mark of the shrimp, grab a spoon or whatever you're doing, and you work it. You spin them around. You make sure they're done. Make sure they're cooking. And within the time comes up, it should be done and ready to serve, and the rice should be done. So at the end of all of this, hey, ask questions, guys. I'm willing to answer anything you need to answer. All right, you guys have a good night. I'll still be here. I am done. Have a good night. God bless you guys.
Thank you, Michael. Great presentation, and you always know how to keep it interesting. I thought he would sing for us tonight. Great presentation, Michael. Thank you again. Our final speaker tonight, as many of you have heard before, Marilyn Tucci is not able to be here. She was scheduled to make a delicious quiche. Unfortunately, I'll have to wait for that. But our last speaker tonight is Kathy Collins. Now, Kathy's disability is very unique, and I'll let her explain a little bit about her disability as she does her description and other such things. But She's going to show her unique perspective of cooking. Perhaps it's different from some of your perspectives that you ever have had or have seen or have heard about. So, Kathy, the floor is yours.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for coming. Um, okay, my perspective is that I'm a quadruple amputee from birth, so I'm missing part of my arms and my legs. I'm above the knee and my amputee my legs and above the elbows on my arms. Now, I love the microwave because I try to cook as many things as I can in that microwave because it's just easier for me. I can have the microwave at a level that's easy for me. I get around a lot. When I get home, I usually toss off my prosthetic arms. I no longer wear prosthetic legs, and I just hop off the chair, the wheelchair, and hop onto the floor. And I walk around the floor. You'll see me here tonight walking on the floor of my butt. So I like things down low. If things up high, it might as well be I tell my family, it might as well be in Canada because I can't get to it. So I have a microwave down here low, and I live in New York City, so we have a studio apartment. So tonight I'm going to make something real simple, pancakes. I'm gonna make a pancake. I use this buttermilk pancake mix that's from Trader Joe's. I got the other day. I've used other brands too. I noticed when I bought it that it said something about using eggs. And usually when I want to use eggs, I usually buy the liquid type because then you open up the carton and you just pour it in. I've made scrambled eggs also in the microwave. And but I didn't want to be fussing with eggs, so I tried it out this afternoon without an egg, and it tasted just as good. So you can actually, even it says to have eggs, you don't have to have eggs. So here we start. I usually take these things out of their boxes because, when you have it in the box, you open up the paper and then you try to get it in, and it's really messy. So I'll I'll either do it or I'll get my husband to put it up and take it out of the boxes and put it into jars like this. This is actually a reused M&M. We had M&Ms and we kept the jar, washed it out, and now we use it for a pancake mix. It's called reusable. So I first open up the jar here by turning the top, and I'm taking off the top as you can see. And then I put that down. I'm gonna take my trusty spoon and take some pancake mix out. I usually try to hit it against the side here and throw it into the plate. And I usually try to use, in the old days, I used plastic a lot. That was microwavable plastic. But then, you read up on things. And I heard that, you really shouldn't use plastic as much because of those little micro things. So I said, okay, I found these wonderful dishes that are paper dishes that are biodegradable, always thinking of the environment and future generations. So I like them also because they're pretty light and I know they're going to be able to be compostable. So that's another thing. Let me just put this down here for now so you can see the plate. Here's the plate with the stuff in it. Just looks like powder. First, I'm going to break it up a little bit with my trusty, what do you call this thing? Whisk, that's it. So I hope everybody's getting ready for the snowstorm around here in the Northeast. Anybody have any thoughts about that? While I'm sitting here trying to break up all these little lumps here. Any thoughts? You can chime in anytime. This is a friendly meeting. Okay, I think I've done a pretty good job here, of breaking up some of the lumps in here. Okay, let me do that for a second. Now, since right now I'm in my husband's apartment, when I was living alone before I got married, which was only a couple of years ago, and I was on my own, I had a friend take the take a hose, and somehow from the actual pipes, he was able to move it to put a hose on that we brought over into. I have a in my house a walk-in shower, so we had the hose in the shower, but I could sit outside the shower and not get wet while I used the hose. And I have that hose. I still have the hose over there in my apartment, and I would keep it in a little plastic container just so that, God forbid, if there ever was it, leaked or anything, it wouldn't cause any problems. So I would, at my house, I would take water. Here, my husband does it, but at my house, I would take these plastic containers and I would take them into my bathroom, put them into the shower, take this hose, open up the container, and then after I open up the container, I would take the hose and aim it towards the container and fill it up with water, and then close the container, bring it out, and so I would have it then where my kitchen stuff was. So that's how I would have water available. But here he's kind enough to get me my water, so I have it then in this container, and I would just pour it in here. I'm pouring now, so you can hear it. Yeah, I also make, I've made rice in the microwave. I've made, what's the other thing? Spaghetti, angel hair. What I do with like angel hair spaghetti, I usually would put it in a plastic bag and chop it up, and then open up the bag and put it into a container. So into a plate like this, and then put it in the microwave. So now I have to get this a little bit together. I think I may put too much water in. Oh dear. Then I just had to put in more pancake mix. It's going back and forth thing. Uh, is there anything that people like to make? I mean, you can make these pancakes any way. You can make them with well, let me find out from you. What kind of pancakes do you like to make? Do you like blueberry pancakes, chocolate chip pancakes, blueberry chocolate chip pancakes?
I'm a buttermilk myself.
Chocolate
you
chip
say
usually with
buttermilk?
some,
What?
chocolate chip.
Chocolate chip, okay. Any other thoughts out there? Come
Gina
on.
wrote blueberry and peach.
Blueberry and what?
Peach.
Oh, peach. Together? Maybe? No, maybe not. Any thoughts on that? No, maybe? I
Oh,
got
we got
Somebody-
a pecan in here. We got a
pecan.
pecan. And
Uh,
Gina said yes to your question, Kath.
Yep.
Yes? Oh, that sounds
Mhm.
really good, Gina. That's nice and healthy.
Y'all
too.
making me want pancakes.
I want
now.
some of them now.
I don't have the mix right now, but I'm gonna have to get it.
Well, I was on an early meeting. I was telling him I was coming to this one, and there was one of the guys was like, "Oh, can I come over and have some of your pancakes?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." He was, I think he's in Colorado, so I told him anytime he comes
That's a
in
bit of a
to-
hike to get to New York. real
Exactly. So
quick.
you were more than happy to let her come over
Mhm.
your place.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm thinking, yeah, it'll be a while before he comes. But I told him if he ever comes to New York, I'll make him some pancakes. If he has an adventurous capability.
Kevin's got his hand raised.
Oh, go ahead, Kevin. I'm sorry. I'm just sitting here looking and staring into the bowl here. So go ahead. Just speak out, people.
Yeah, yeah, that's fine. I didn't want to interrupt, but
No, go right
I
ahead.
wasn't sure what time this will be over.
What? Oh, what time? I should be done like in a minute. So, because that's what I love about the microwave. You can cook everything like in poof time. Now, if I wanted to be really fancy, I would take another bowl, put butter in it. What I usually do when I do that, I put a pat of butter, and then I put it in the microwave so it melts, and then I let it roll around the dish, and then I would put the pancake mix in it. But since we don't want to spend too much time tonight, I have my pancake mix there. You see, I don't know, can you see it? Yeah, a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna open up the microwave. All right, hit the button here. Why is it not working now? Oh, okay. Always a disaster, right? When you have on the spot. All right, so put this in here. Nice pancake mix. And it would take about minute and a half to 2 minutes. So I'll start at 2 minutes and see what happens. It would form into an actual like cake, which is pretty cool. I mean, if you want flatter ones, you can do that, but I just like make them into like little cakes, and then you put your stuff on if you want to put chocolate on it or whatever. Lots of times I get frozen blueberries out and what do you call it? Put them in the mic, nuke them for a minute or so, and then put them on the pancakes. So that's pretty much what I do. I'm just now waiting for it. I'm watching it as it's starting to do its thing. I noticed that we just recently bought a new microwave because our other one went kaput, and they have now this new requirement, which is good to save a safety requirement for kids that you have to hit like an extra button in that, but you can disengage it if you don't have kids in the house, which we don't. So we did disengage it so that we don't have to go through the trouble of another step. And it's not that hard to do. If anybody needs help in doing that ever, give us a call. My husband knows how to do it really easy. So let me see. I think they might be done.
Yasmin wrote brunch at Kathy's house.
Oh no, there's a little bit more I have to do. I see. They're a little bit wet on top. So another couple of seconds. Let me see. Start again. Yeah. So that's how I pretty much make pancakes. Made, see, like I said, rice, pasta. I even did one time I experimented. I did those Pillsbury Doughboy well, I do cookies all the time from chocolate chip cookies from Pillsbury. I'll put them in there. And I don't like them real crispy, so it works out for me because it just heats up enough to make them like a little softy. And then I take them out like after about 60 seconds or a little bit even less than that and eat them. They're really good. Or you can, what do you call it? I think we're good. So you can, I did it. Oh, that was the thing. Pillsbury Doughboy, Pillsbury rolls, crescent rolls. They say you're not supposed to do them in the microwave, but we did do them one time. And what happens when you do them, you don't get the crusty, nice outside because it's a microwave, but you do get like all the fluffy bread on the inside. So in case you ever, gotta have bread and you got no bread in the house other than the Pillsbury mix, Pillsbury Doughboy, just smack it open, put it in a plate, put it in the microwave for a couple seconds, and let you have some bread to eat. So, but yeah, this is it. I think I still have to do a little bit more. I should have done a couple more. I know, yeah, you can see it. I think I need to do a few more seconds because on top, it's still a little wet. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, on the top there, the middle there, it's a little wet. So I'm gonna put it in for a couple more seconds. If anybody has to leave, don't worry. I don't take it personal. So I know we all have things to do. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. I do, like I said, all my really cooking in the microwave, vegetables. A lot of times I do a lot of vegetables. I love like Brussels sprouts and broccoli and that. So you can do them in the microwave. Cauliflower, I absolutely love. So you can do that. Yeah, there's so many things you can do. My husband taught me about with the microwave, it's just the jiggling of the liquid, and that's what, creates the ability for it to cook. So, Kathy, since you are a below, oops, I missed that. Hold on, I gotta go back. Somebody was something in the chat. All right, let me get that. Hold on. Sorry, guys.
Since you are below the elbow amputee,
Oh, thanks.
uh,
As I say.
what did it take for you to learn how to use remote grippers?
Remote grippers? You mean like hooks and that? Or I'm above the elbow amputee. I'm missing from above the elbow. So I'm not sure what you talk about grippers. I mean, I do wear prosthetic arms when I go out sometimes if I'm going out on my own to propel my wheelchair and to be able to reach for things. But I find I can do more without the arms than with them. So I have a better grasp with my chin and my arm than I would with the with the hook. So I do really a lot more without than with. But yeah, I don't know what you mean by grippers. If you could if you want to come off mute and explain your question, then I might be able to
I
help.
actually have one,
Oh, go
Kathy,
ahead,
that I
Chris.
was going to ask. So, when you're cooking or doing any general tasks like preparing meals
Yeah,
that might be a little on the complicated side,
right.
do you ever run into difficulty with doing certain things, or have you developed methods that you're able to use that allow you to pretty much make anything that you're wanting to make?
Um, putting, I'm not a big meat eater, so I'm not the one to make the turkey. I like when we do Thanksgiving. If I'm at somebody else's house, I'll be nice, a little bit of turkey. But if I'm home, I like turkey-less Thanksgiving. So I like all the fixing. So I can make, mashed potatoes in the microwave. I can make the corn, the stuffing, all that in there. Uh, right, mushrooms, chicken. I really don't like chicken, so I never actually made it in the microwave. I mean, chicken soup in the microwave. Lipton chicken soup I love, so yeah, I can make that in the microwave. And Progresso minestrone. So if Progresso and Lipton hear me, if you want to send us a case, we'd be happy to have it. I'll share with my friends. Um,
Uh,
yeah.
we do have a
You know what?
hand up.
One other thing is also when I'm opening cans, a lot of cans now today have those flip tops, which is a great thing for me. So what I do, I have this long handle. It's a long spoon that's made out of metal that I got on one of these it's called Web Restaurant site. And I use the end of it. I'll first take a fork or something just to get the little hook up a little bit, the tab up, and then I'll put this other thing under it and I'll lever it to actually open up the can. I do have a electric can opener at home too that I'll use. But I find that a little bit more harder to use, because you gotta like get it right up to that little thing that turns it. So yeah, I wish they'd make a better electric can opener. But we'll have to all work on that. So we can make millions together.
Hey, that'd be great.
Yeah, right? So yeah, this is pretty much it.
Margaret, I saw your hand was up. Did you have a question?
This is it.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Because I saw everybody measuring and popping everything in the pots. Do you guys have anything that's really easy to read or measure? I always have a problem when I'm cooking to see the measurements, and I never know exactly how much it's to add because I can't see it.
So, I use I have Braille measuring cups that I got a number of years ago.
Ooh.
Um, and the state got them for me when I was getting cooking training, and I'll look up the name and pass it along because I don't remember for the life of me what they are. I probably have it somewhere in an email or something. But I have Braille measuring cups that actually have the Braille markings for half whole, 1/3 cup, and it makes it a little bit easier to measure things because you can really tell exactly what size cup you're using. And they also, I think I have them somewhere as well in my drawer or cabinet, measuring spoons that are also brailled as well. So
What if you don't read Braille? What you gonna do?
if you don't,
I can chime in a little bit with that. This is Steve Metzger, and hello, Kathy. Wave real loud, and I'll see you. Because she's right across the street from us.
Wave Kathy, Steve. Yeah, go ahead.
Most of these things that have Braille markings on them, they also have very large print markings on them. I had it set. I don't know where they got to, but when we had them, my wife loved them because she said the markings were like black on white or white on black, very high contrast, very large, and you can get them free plug from Blind My Smart.
Who?
Katarina just put that in the chat.
Oh, yeah, there it goes.
Yeah,
Thank
another speaking of, things to help, when I was on my own, because I was living with somebody for 20 years and then we broke up. And so one of my friends said right away, get this thing. It was from Pampered Chef. They have a jar opener that's really great. It's made in such a way that you can use it on all size jars.
Love
And
that.
I love that thing. So Pampered Chef is another thing if you want jar openers.
Really?
All
Okay.
you have here, the cups nest inside of each other, and if you are all kept together, you can also know the size of the measuring cup. That's great. Thank you, Judy.
Yeah.
you.
Kathy, I like the Walmart pancakes that are frozen. I just throw them in the microwave. So that's my
That's one way to
tip.
do it.
That's one way to do it.
We do have another hand up.
And they
here.
work in the they work well in the microwave.
Oh yeah, they're great. I fed my kids them for years.
Oh, okay, good to know. Why do I have to do all this work?
Yeah,
Mhm.
right.
Frozen pancakes make it easy.
Excellent. Carrie?
Yeah, this is Carrie. I have my right side's paralyzed and I have low vision, but my favorite can opener is called the One Touch. It operates with 4 AA batteries, and you put it on a can and you push a big round button and the thing goes chugga 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 all the way around it. And then you lift the One Touch can opener off of the can and poof, no
Oh wow.
pulling.
Where do you remember where you purchased
Walmart.
that?
Walmart.
Walmart, okay.
Oh, I
You gotta
love
get all
Walmart.
this information together and put it in like a fact sheet would be great.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
If
Brandon,
people can, if you can all email, either Chris or, Southern Minnesota Adapt or DNY Adapt at gmail.com. Chris, you can give Southern Minnesota's so we can get, if everybody, you have an idea of something you used, it works, and where you purchased it, and maybe how far back, so we know, if it's still current in that. So
Brandon's got his hand up too.
yeah, we
Yeah,
can
and
get
those
it,
of you who have
we can
my
make a fact sheet.
those of you who have my contact information, you can always get in touch with me. But I have a question. Well, two questions.
Oh,
First
thank
of all,
you.
for Chris, you were talking about your crock pot and the settings. Now, if somebody wasn't there to tell you, how would you? Because somebody could say, "Hey, that's cheating. He's using somebody's eyes." What would you do in the case of if nobody was there and you needed help? Would you beg for it, or would you use assistive aids to?
I would have used Be My AI to
Yeah.
obtain that assistance. I know that I know that the print on that is a little bit small, but I do like that crock pot because it has a dial. It's not, like I said, it's not any of the frilly ones like we have now with all of these tech things. But now that one of the things I always have problems with that thing, and I think I finally figured it out, is getting that dial on high. I think I need to put a bump down on there. Actually, that might help. But I can use Be My AI if it'll read that small print. It should be able to. But that's another way that I could actually do it successfully.
Okay, see, that was what I was, wanting you to get at, because one of the things we're trying to stress here is this is independence. Independence is such a key to everyone's success. Now, if you aren't independent and you aren't able to do that, the idea would be, oh, he belongs in a group setting, or he belongs in a whatever. But no, that's not quite the truth. So we're trying to stress, and ADAPT's mission is to ensure community living. So our stressors here are to ensure that if somebody isn't blessed with somebody at that moment filming them and doing all these things on their own, they need to use assistive devices. Speaking of somebody filming them, Michael, how did that wonderful shrimp scampi come out?
Yeah, how did that turn out?
And don't be afraid to tell us.
Where does Michael live? Because
If you're here.
Michael, you have to take off your mic.
Actually, I think he's disconnected.
No, he's here.
Michael
Oh,
left.
there he is.
Let me
I love
see.
Jim Scampi.
I think he's gone, yes.
Oh, he's
No,
there.
he's
He's
here.
there.
Michael
I see him.
Jordan.
I
Right?
see him.
He's here, but he's not speaking.
Maybe he's
Michael,
still
you
getting
have
stuff
to
ready.
take off
He's
your
muted.
Mute.
But he's
Here,
on
yeah.
mute.
So, yeah, if no
All right,
one
I'll
was
find
here,
out later. I'll
Oh,
get
here
him.
he is.
if
Wait,
no
wait.
one was here, I would have used.
Hold
He's
on,
unmuted.
hold on. Michael, go ahead.
Go, Michael.
You guys hear me?
We hear you now.
Yes.
Yep, you're good.
Where do
Yeah,
you live?
okay.
We want to come over. For dinner.
Yeah, no problem. What I forgot to add, and I was going through it because I didn't want to take up too much time. I added a little less than a half a cup coconut milk, so I made a coconut-style shrimp skin.
Oh my God.
Oh, that sounds so
my
good.
God.
Oh my God, I want that.
The thing
You're
is,
killing me, man.
Killing me here. I want it.
you know, it like
We're
like I
getting a
said,
bus to come
know,
over.
as Brandon stressed, it's your independence. It's what you're comfortable with. I mean, I'm comfortable with this because I've been cooking since I'd probably say 7 years old. But one thing, and I'll stress this, the people who know me, I have a stove that's next to a wall. I will not cook on the left side burners next to the wall. I'll cook by the sink. I'll use the two burners in the sink because I can't see if something happens and splats on the wall and catches on fire. So for my safety, I cook on the inner part, which is next to the sink. I also have bump stops on my oven. I use my oven all the time. You know, I mean, I got to the point where I'll bake anything. You know, like I said, I did a turkey, I did a roast, I did some ribs. You know, I'll do baked pork chops. You know, I'll do baked chicken. You know, I'll do broiled fish. And one thing I do, if you guys got 2 seconds, if anybody has a Foreman grill, you get like a nice, even salmon. That's really what you call it. In 2.5 minutes, your salmon is done in the Foreman grill. Perfectly done. 2.5 minutes.
Oh, that's a good way to do it. Mm.
And I use a 2 to 3 hour marinade. No sodium soy sauce, olive oil, garlic powder, whatever you want to season it with, salt and pepper. Let it sit for 2 hours and just put it in the Foreman grill, boom. Or you can just bake it in the oven for about 5 minutes and it's done. So.
Okay, that sounds delicious.
That sounds so good, and I love salmon too.
Oh my God.
That is one of my favorites with some capers.
Man.
Yeah. All right, we could talk all day about that anyway. Kathy, your hands up.
I just wanted to mention, because Michael made me think about this, is that at my apartment, when I was on my own, besides getting the plumbing done so I could reach water and that, another thing is I went out and I purchased a what they call a convector thing. It was like one range, and then the pan that goes with
A
it.
confectioner's oven?
No, it wasn't an oven. It was just it's like a if you took your stove and you had one range, it's like one range, and then you have a certain type. It doesn't have any flames. It's all like electric. So you have this one item that's like
hot plate.
What? Yeah, like a hot plate.
type thing.
But you can put a like a fry pan on it. It's a certain type of fry pan. It does it by, I guess, something with the electricity. And so I could do that and cook stuff in that. So if I wanted something that's, a little bit fried or something. Now I know today, and my husband loves, is those air fryers. I haven't actually used the air fryer yet, so I'll have to check it out. Has anybody else used
Kathy, it's the best invention since
really
underwear.
But does it get hot? Because I know when I've used like a toaster oven, I've had to be careful because with the knobs, if I have to use a knob and then my arm has to go up by it, it can get too close to it and get hot and actually burn my stump. So that's why I like buttons. So I was always looking for like a toaster oven that had buttons and stuff.
I think those might be a little harder to come by.
Yeah, I would say you
Yeah.
have to be careful with it. I don't know. I mean, The one
Not
we have
going
isn't
to
too
the-
bad, but I wouldn't know in that situation how
I mean,
to.
Okay.
you can get an air fryers nowadays. You can pair with that thing whose name I'm not going to say.
The Big A?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and actually that would be good. 'Cause you
And
wouldn't
it
have
works
to
out
touch
great
it.
because you just talk to it and tell it to
Oh,
cook
wow.
cook this for cook this, and
Oh,
it'll
really?
pre-program it for you.
Oh,
We all
wow.
know how invasive sometimes smart speakers can be, but not for sometimes
Not in that
you
case.
really need them.
Yeah. And I
And-
really appreciate that, Michael, you stressed about safety. That's why I like the microwave for me, because I don't like
Yeah.
those flames.
Mm-hmm. And wait, I have a gas stove too, so.
Right.
Hello,
Sure, go ahead.
this is
Yeah.
Mary.
Hello, Mary.
I'd also like to notice, speaking segue to Lady A, when Michael was cooking, sounded like he needed multiple timers. I would just like to remind people that Lady A can do many, many timers
Yes.
at one time.
Yes, and they're very confusing when you have 3 or 4 people using different timers.
Well, you're supposed to name them, but that's another
Yeah,
whole
well,
issue.
I only have one, so.
Most of the
But-
time you got second timer, third timer, fourth timer.
Well, that's why I said you got to name them.
Well.
Why I always
Well,
hate when
why,
people use the
Mary?
microwave as an alarm, and then you got to use the microwave. I'm like, where
Right,
are you?
can
Go ahead,
I
Margaret.
say my chocolate? Huh? How do you know who it is? Stop. Okay,
Because I know your voice.
chocolate chip cookie timer. Is that a thing like with the Alexa, right? That's Alexa or Lady
Yeah.
A?
Yes.
Lady
Yes.
A, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alexa?
Yes.
Yes.
We're
So
just
I
being-
could say set chocolate chip cookie time for 10 minutes. Can I do that? And then she'll go off?
Yeah.
Stop, Alexa.
Oh,
see, you
boy.
just
You
did.
set everybody's off. See
You
that?
just did.
Oh, boy.
You
Margaret,
just
you have
did.
to say you have to say like Lady A.
Or its name and tell it to set the
something.
timer. I'm not going to say its name because I'm going to set it off.
Stop.
And you can use like even something as simple as Pillsbury chocolate chip cookies and
Yeah.
throw them in a bowl and put them in the microwave. And if you like
Yeah,
like
that's
them
another way.
toasty and hot, I guess you would probably have to use the oven. But if you don't, I like them kind of gushy. So you
Yeah.
put them in the microwave and get them gushy really quick. And if you want, you can throw even more chocolate chips, which I've done.
What's a convection oven?
What?
Anybody use those?
Oh, convection oven, yeah. I never used
What
one
is
of those. How is it?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
She's asking what it is.
I
Yeah,
don't
my
have
husband
one.
said, or my fiance said, it cooks with hot air.
Yes,
It does.
and
It can,
does-
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Doesn't it do more like crisping? Like what do you call browning? That
Yeah,
the
but it
microwave
sounds like
does.
an air fryer.
What?
Is it like an air fryer or a
I
convection?
guess so.
Well, no,
I
it's
use an air fryer. My husband says it's an air fryer.
basically.
Before air fryers came out, that's what he said.
I don't
Mhm.
know what's what.
What?
I don't know.
The first microwave I bought
Okay.
And that's when the air fryer does.
was a
Okay.
microwave and convection oven mixed together because I think they kind of thought, well, this microwave thing won't take off. Let's put a convection oven in it.
I remember when they had those combined.
Yeah, when
Well,
you
how
get
about
picked,
the
I'm
old-
thinking of getting one of those. That's
The microwaves with a dial.
Yeah, the old
Oh,
microwave
I don't
with
like-
the dials.
I had one, actually.
Yes,
Wow.
up
I got
until
that.
about 8 years ago, he had
Mhm.
one.
Before I got my Magic Chef talking microwave, I had one with a dial on it.
And I'm
Uh-huh.
thinking to myself, how is he using this thing?
I had to put dots on it to set it for a certain time
Well, that
because
would
that
be
was
the
the only
thing
way
that
to do
makes
it.
sense to me. So I'll tell you all the story. When I first learned to cook, I used what was called an induction cooktop. So that meant that it did not get hot when you were cooking with it, and you use a cast iron pan with it. And the reason you use a cast iron pan is because, well, that's what it takes. And again, when you're touching the top of it, it doesn't get hot. So just the inside of the pan is hot.
Yeah,
So-
that's what I use.
I
That's
actually
the thing
have
I'm
one of
talking
those.
about. That's what I had. It's what I just had one. I'm sorry to interrupt, Brandon, but yeah, that's what I had. I still have at my house. It's that one thing, and then you have, in my case, it's a pan that, like a frying pan
Mm-hmm.
that I put on top. But yeah,
Right.
what do you
In
call
this
it
case,
again?
it was the same thing. It was a cast iron frying pan. You just put it on top,
Yeah.
and you can cook, and it comes out exactly the same. There's no difference. There's nothing, nothing different about the cooking. It's just, standard stuff, and it's really
Right.
kind of cool.
I
Yeah.
have one.
And I
Someone
love
bought
it.
it for
Like
me a
it
while
take
ago.
that
that
it's a
pan
little bit
off, then
heavier,
the
like
heat
these
source is
light
no longer
bulbs.
there.
So
Yeah, but it's
Yeah,
it's
for me.
nice. It's a nice little tool.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, I've upgraded to bigger and better, but and I've learned different recipes. I've learned different ways to do things. I've kind of modified different things, and sometimes the most classic is just wing it.
Yeah, you can
See
have
what
all-
That's true.
happens.
Mhm.
Don't necessarily know exactly what you're gonna do. You got a chicken, the bird died. You might as well use it for something.
I winged it today with this, and I don't know what it's going to be like. So we're going to see.
We're about
I
to
can't
find out.
wait.
If y'all don't hear from me tomorrow, actually, it smells good out there so far. But
It does?
if you guys don't hear from me tomorrow at all, then you'll know why. But
Yes, ambulance. I'd like to
Is it
report
is it a Virginia ham or like a fresh ham?
I don't remember what it is, but it
Okay.
has no bone, which is a good
Okay.
thing because that would have been a whole nother ball of wax.
Oh, Judy scrambles eggs. Yeah, I like that.
well,
and she-
and a ball of wax, but don't put the wax in the.
And she also put in the chat she puts hamburgers in the oven too.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Judy,
that's
you want to
good.
share? Don't be afraid. You can
Yeah.
share.
You can share.
And I love that shrimp scampi. Where do you live, Michael?
I live
lives
out
here
in
on
North
Long Island.
Lindenhurst.
Long Island. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to come out there sometime. Can't wait.
You've been saying that for what?
I know.
A
6
long
years?
time.
This summer.
Yeah.
Mhm. Sure.
Right.
You know,
And elephants have
wings.
Hey,
wings.
shrimp scampi, homemade shrimp scampi. I'll be out. We'll
You
get on
know,
the
and like
train.
you say, I also do a turkey chili in a crock pot, which comes
Oh
out
my
well.
goodness.
Yeah, you just
Oh,
ground
is it
turkey.
More advertisements about what you make.
What's chicken soju? Yeah.
I'm telling you, the longer you live, the more you're like, well, I have ate that 100 times. Let's try something different.
Oh man.
So it's like you do that, and for the last couple months, I went back
Greek
to
living
my
chicken
mother's
soup.
spaghetti.
Thank you.
How my mother made her spaghetti, where she she fried the onions and peppers, and olive oil. Then she added the ground meat in with it. Blah 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 blah.
Well, I know, like I've chopped up like peppers and that, and you just put it in one of these dishes, a little butter with the chopped up pepper, put it in the microwave for a couple, like 30 seconds or so, and it gets nice and soft. And then you get your eggs and throw it in, and then you got scrambled egg with veggies. So,
Yeah, and I also love roasting butternut squash.
oh yeah, butternut squash. is
20 minutes
excellent.
tops, salt and pepper, a little olive oil, put it in there, roast it. It's an awesome taste. It's just, you're developing a strong taste for palates. I use one of my old Amway lines, keep it simple, stupid. You don't want to overdo yourself, over taste it, but you want to taste it. Roasted beets are one of my favorite too. When I get some fresh beets and roast those, really good.
Beets are good. Mm.
Oh, I love beets.
Pickled beets are good too.
Oh, those are the greatest.
Yes.
With a little Bermuda onion in there.
Hmm.
Beats me.
Oh my God. we're not that crazy.
Beats me.
Got to keep it keto though.
And if you want to make a really quick dessert, you have Rice Krispies and you have chocolate chips. You take the chocolate chips, a bunch of them, put them in a bowl, and put it in the microwave for not too long. I think it's even 30 seconds or so. And then you put the Rice Krispies in and just stir it around, keep folding it in. And then you got chocolatey Rice Krispies, which is kind of a little bit like Nestle Crunch bars.
Yeah.
Now I want chocolate. Ay, ay, ay.
That crackle and pop being chocolate.
Yeah, it's really good.
Oh, nice. That's a good recipe. We tried it.
Have a little ice cream with it.
Oh, you're killing me now.
I know, yeah.
Y'all, you're making me want it so bad.
Sorry. Everybody go get
Call me
what do you call it? Instacart before the snowstorm. Say
Well,
Well,
hi.
that's
you
all right.
cooking, Brandon?
Yasmin already said brunch at Kathy's house.
Kathy,
so
if I
everybody
come-
wants to go to
I'm gonna-
everybody else's house.
You bring the ham.
Kathy, I'm coming. All right.
You
I'm
bring
coming.
the ham, Chris.
I'll bring that, but I'm coming to New York City. So yeah.
Okay, excellent.
Mhm.
Right. And how you getting here?
You can come
Am I gonna
tomorrow.
get what?
I'll figure it out. No, just kidding.
Mary's right. You're not coming here tomorrow.
It feels like it's negative 20 plus right now, so not happening. No.
But I want to give everybody is basically leaving.
Mhm.
We all want to go and eat.
I guess we're boring everybody. Yeah,
Maybe.
right. Pretty much.
Probably.
But I want to thank everyone for coming. I want to thank all of you who are here. If you're interested in learning a little bit more about Adapt as I mute myself, you are welcome to visit our website at www.dnyadapt.com. You can also email us at dnyadapt@gmail.com. We are accepting membership at any time. As all of you know, there are no dues to become a member of Adapt, or as we call us, a sibling. There are no dues. The only dues you pay to our organization are the dues of labor and love to help people stay in the community and free from the institutional harms that are out there. You can also, I'll give Chris a chance to speak.
And then Mark has
his hand up.
So if you're interested in contacting Southern Minnesota Adapt, you can email us at smnadapt@gmail.com. You can also reach us by phone as well at 507-594-8779.
Go ahead, Mark.
Would like to say thank you for Brandon and Chris for having this Zoom event. I learned a lot. I found it very informative. So I say thank you very much.
No,
Well, it was our pleasure to host it.
Really, we definitely, we're gonna save the chat, but really, anybody who's got,
I have a copy of it,
tips,
so
please send them to us, because let's try to make a fact sheet, with all these ideas, because together we can, teach the world. So
and
thank you for all the
thanks Marisol for the resources.
thank you for all the people who went on camera and cooked their meals.
They're
Thank you very
delicious
much.
sounding meals.
Yeah, my ham's sitting in there begging.
Yeah, enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Hi.
thank you. Thank you
Can
all.
I ask a question? I'm sorry.
Sure.
Hi, my name is Melody Simmons. I'm in Allentown, Pennsylvania. That contact information and the website and the phone number and all of that, can that be emailed to the people who's on?
Yes, we will absolutely be sending out resources, probably either tomorrow or by Monday the latest, with all the contact information, a recording of the presentation once it's uploaded to YouTube, as well as how to get a hold of us. If you do not have our contact information, we'll be happy to provide it for you. And please feel free again to provide us some resources of your own, that you might use, any of you, to do your cooking or your anything, and whatever resources we have, we want to pull together, like Kathy said, and do a fact sheet. So
Ekaterina, sorry to interrupt, but she said, when will we have our next one? Well, Ekaterina, if you have any ideas for another one, or should we focus on like just desserts or breakfast or whatever?
And this will be an annual event now that people are successful.
We can definitely do it. Yeah, this was a lot more popular than I
This was a lot more
thought.
of a success than I thought it was going to be, because, as I said, this was the first, and
This was a pilot.
Let me tell you, at 4-something, we had to immediately change the order because of
Cooking and
one
baking,
thing
sure,
and
both.
another. And it was a chaos fest, but you know what? It was a great chaos fest because we all learned from it. So I was really happy that this went as well as it did.
Yes, thank you,
Okay,
everybody.
Katerina said cooking and baking.
Baking,
Do it
both.
Ooh, okay.
Would you like to be one of the volunteers to do it?
And
We're more
ECAT
than happy.
bakes. ECAT bakes, and
Oh, then definitely.
she
sign
still
her
owes
up.
me. What are those? The cookies, ECAT, that you make?
Oh, she signed up. We're gonna
Don't
sign
even.
her up.
Uh-oh.
What?
She's
I volunteered her. She leaves.
Yep, she's gone. Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're fine. We'll hunt it.
Walnut cookies.
Way she rolls.
She's
Thank
still
you,
here.
Eric.
Yum.
What do you make it next year, Eric?
I'll make eggs.
Excellent.
Okay, I'll try them first before you make them here.
Tupperware came out with this really nice dish. It has a little lid on it, and it's good to make eggs or pretty much anything you want to make in it in the microwave.
Really? Send it to us. Because I know we bought on Amazon recently. I'll have to find it. Is this this container they can put spaghetti in and in the microwave, and it really works well. So I'll get that from my husband, the name and that, and the link, so we can add that to the factory.
Perfect.
But yeah, send us that too, so we can put that in. That'd be great. Thank
And
you.
that's lasted for over. I've had that for like 10 years.
Do they still make Tupperware? I thought Tupperware went out of business.
That's a good question.
I don't know.
I don't know. They could have. I mean, that was a long. That was like I said. It was over 10 years ago that I bought that.
All right. But you never know. You know, maybe it might be something similar out there.
Still around, but their products are different.
I have Tupperware that I used for orange juice in 79.
Yeah, that stuff lasts. That Tupperware lasts forever.
It's good stuff.
We'll have to look it up. So send it to us, and then we can, look up if there's like some kind of Tupperware site or something. So
I'll do research.
Yeah, do research. Get it to us. Yeah. What am I saying? We'll do it. You do it.
Exactly.
We need you.
If my lady A was working right now, I'd do it as we speak. But she's
sure.
having issues.
That's all right. Send us your research when you have it. You have 24 hours.
Send it up. No.
You guys into salads?
I love salad.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Salads are great.
I make a mean pasta salad too. I
Oh,
also make
wow.
a great Greek salad too.
Oh.
And make my own Greek salad dressing.
We'll have to do this over and over again. Like
Ay,
that,
ay,
one
ay.
on salads, one on baking, one on
Fresh garlic bread.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
I
I mean,
don't-
we can have different ones on
Mm.
different topics.
I want food now.
I know. It's 8:00, so I'll
Mhm.
eat some food so I can go and eat.
So everybody go eat some dinner now that we've
And
put food ideas in your head.
thanks to all of you for coming and making this a success for our first time
Oh, it was
doing
an incredible success.
It
So I
was.
want to thank all of
Appreciate
you for
everybody.
for making it such a success.
And come back again, and come to the
Mhm.
accessibility working group so we can get your ideas.
Yes, and for those of you who have still not joined ADAPT that we're going to, please feel free.
How could it not
Thank
be a
you,
success? You have
Worst
great
come to worst,
presenters,
cook a hot dog.
and you have great presenters, and we have great listeners.
Yep.
Thank you, Mary.
You're
Thank you, Mary.
Mary, for a Minnesotan, you're all right.
Excuse, what does that mean for me?
Nothing wrong
You
with
just haven't figured out how
Minnesota.
to leave
Thank
yet.
you.
Hey, Brandon,
Yeah.
we'll take an IOU on the zucchini and eggplant next year.
Yes,
Ooh,
next year Gina
yes.
will be making
Yep.
some zucchini and
Mhm.
eggplant.
Oh, excellent.
that
Where do
sounds
you
good.
live? We're going to
That
come
does
and
sound
hang out there.
Well,
I
she could
wanted
bring
to
you
say-
that anytime.
Ask Brandon, he'll tell you.
Oh my God, it's to
wanted
die
to
for.
I wanted
Excellent.
to thank Mary for sending me the link.
Not a problem.
No, thank
It's
you.
meant to be shared, so
Yes, it is. It's
Oh,
absolutely
she's
meant to
close
be.
to you, Chris. She's
Where?
in North Dakota.
So,
yeah, we're surviving the cold together right now. So
yeah, where are you in Minnesota?
I'm in Mankato. So
Ooh, you really aren't that far. I'm in DeSmit.
yeah, you're not far at all.
Wow.
Well, you guys will have to, Mary, you'll have to send your contact information along, all of you.
Mm-hmm.
You have his email address, right, Mary? I only gave it to you like a month ago.
email address. I get it because he sends stuff out from Adapt.
Oh, there you
Remember,
go.
I'm a legacy.
Yes.
I'm a legacy member.
Yes, we won't go there. Legacy is not,
yeah.
Well, that's what it was described to me.
Yeah, I know. I know. It's one of those old timer things. It's
Yeah.
like when they call you old timers. What am I then? A villain? Good night, everybody.
Anyway, good night, everybody.
Good
night.
See you later. Take care
Good
and
night.
stay warm.
Take care.
Good night, Grace. Yeah, stay warm,
Good night,
everyone.
everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Gonna go find some shrimp scampi.
We're going to Michael's house. If I could
I
only get
know.
out to
Good
go
night,
home.
everybody.
Good
I
night.
love shrimp scampi.
Good night, everybody.
I love
Good night.
him. Oh my gosh.